Okay, this is Paul over here at Freight Connect, day 28 of Readiness, and this is a different angle, so it's kind of weird. But at any rate, I'm not going to be on here long. I did not do the workout yesterday. Didn't do it the day before. I've been working on something, actually working on developing a CRM actually for trucking because I think that a CRM is definitely a big benefit. If you don't have one, it's something that can help you to. Hey, Mr. Grade 8, how are you, sir? Good to see you there. I know you're a busy guy. I know you're a very busy guy. So I wasn't going to be on here too long. How are you? You doing okay? There's something that I was just talking about, saying that I'm working to develop. It's a CRM, which is a customer relations management system. And basically, in sales, that's what they use. And there's other businesses that use it, or I should say, other departments that would use it for different reasons. But primarily, it's a sales tool. Traveling through Montana. Um, yeah, I heard Montana is the temperature is warmer than it is in Texas, I think is what I heard. So I hear you guys have a little bit of a heat wave. We've got a little warm weather that's going to be coming through tomorrow, and I'm excited about it because I'm going to get out and I'm actually going to do a workout. I'm actually going to probably do more than just run tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. But I hear you guys in Montana, I don't know what it was, if it was in the 50s or what it was, but that's what it's supposed to be here tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. And I know that's probably going to be a heat wave for you at that temperature. But yeah, just hope that you're safe wherever you're at, going through mountains or whatever that might be. So yeah, so there is a Billings 65. That is nice. 65. That is, this is what, February the 4th? Yeah. And to have weather like this, and I would imagine, that far north, um, that's definitely something that doesn't normally happen around this time of the year. So 65, man, I hope that we get a little bit of that. I don't mind the cold. It's just that when it gets so cold, and you have the snow, they shovel snow out here, and the snow is, taller than me. I'm not that tall, but I mean, it was about 5'9", 5'10", somewhere in there. That's a pile of snow, And so, at any rate, we had that. I don't know if it's melted yet, but that's the stuff I don't like, and so I don't look forward to that. But I don't mind the cold. I don't mind it. I just don't care for it being too cold, and then having to drive in it as well. So, so yeah, I would imagine there's no snow where you're at, huh? Are you staying in Montana, or are you going to be heading out of Montana? I didn't see that other part. You said winter is brutal in Montana. Yeah, I can bet. I can bet. I bet those temperatures, when they get down to probably get down into the double digits, not wind chill, but just regular temperature. We had, I think the lowest we had, there was the football game that went on. It was a couple of years ago. We played Miami, and it was a playoff game. So that would have been in January. And it got down to, I think it was negative. It was either 13 or maybe negative 13, but wind chill was definitely in the negatives. And there were people out there with no shirts on, which really didn't make sense. And then come to find out that a lot of people that were out there, they weren't covered well and ended up losing some fingers. You know, that was like the big talk around town. And of course, Miami was trying to get out of here as quickly as they could. So um, no snow except Montana tops. Oh, mountaintops. I'm sorry, I couldn't see it from here. So I'm at an angle. Heading to Nebraska. Okay, all right. Nebraska. I've been there. I think I've been there once or twice. Was going to try to go to the zoo. I think they have in Omaha, but yeah, you're heading a little closer this way. So, but I think you'll still be in good weather. So that's good. You should have a good drive and all that good stuff. So that's good. It's good. Good. Yeah. So anyway, so what I was saying is that Mr. Matt, I'm working on a CRM that will help with sales. Basically, it will help to follow your opportunities. So whether you're working with a broker or working with a direct shipper, one of the key things is how do I, you know, obviously everything else that goes with it. But what I found is that where not just in trucking, but in sales in general, where the sale is lost is in the follow-up. You know, it becomes very difficult, especially for salespeople, because they get so excited and they're always looking at the next shiny thing, right? And so if they have something they need to follow up in a week or two or three, you know, sometimes they can get lost in the process, and they're off to trying to, you know, close that next deal. And if you have something that allows you to obviously retain the information and hold the information, keep the information, document it, follow up, and all that. I mean, real easily, then that would definitely make that process, that part of the process, easier, and it would make the process valuable. So I'm hopeful that that will help a lot of people. I mean, I think you could probably find a CRM anywhere or something just to follow up and track. I mean, some people use Excel, some people use just a notepad, some people use their memory, some people, you know, jot it down on a note. So there's several different ways that we can do that. But I just wanted to put something out there that was more focused on trucking centric, and that would make sense. I hope it does, and that would allow people to be able to just, you know, naturally follow those leads up. And then especially if you have it in your system, and then let's say at a certain time of the year, it makes sense to follow up certain opportunities, then you could have that right there at your fingertips, and it would make the process a lot easier. So anywhere you go, you would have that information. People that you want to follow up or just check in with, it would give you that opportunity. So it would make it so much easier. And the key thing is that if one is not used to it, if they do it on a regular basis, you know, give it a week, give it then another week, you know, another way, or even a few days, you know, work with it, give it a weekend, with it, and then try to incorporate it in your week. And it's really not a big deal. It really isn't. I mean, you could probably spend about, maybe I would say, 10 minutes, to be honest with you, just depending upon what you're trying to accomplish. You could spend just a few minutes in that thing and really see some results, you know, be able to move opportunities forward. Because there's going to be a lot of stuff in there that we're going to have in there that's going to be helpful. So we'll see, you know, we'll see how that works out. So that's what I've been focused on. And I've been learning how to build these things, you know, and it's really interesting. And there's stuff that you run into, and you just, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning, you know, as I go. Just like someone gets in trucking, they learn as they go. So I'm figuring it out, and but I think it'll be, like I said, helpful. But I didn't want to get on here and be on here too long. So, but I'll keep you updated, you know, let you know how that's going. And Mr. Matt, you'll know all about it for sure. You know, you'll be one of the first to engage with it anyway. So I'll keep you posted, you know, and hope that everything is going good for you guys out there. Be safe, you know, always. I saw a thing on TV just today. Just happened to have the TV on, wasn't even planning to have it on, and I had it on, and it just so happened they were talking about trucking. I don't know if this is a thing they do every day, but they were talking about safety and how there's a blind spot on for the driver, and it's like this big blind spot, right? And the simplest thing to do is to, I guess, attach a couple of mirrors in strategic areas, and it'll cover your blind spot, right? And then they were giving tips to drivers, to four wheelers, as to, just stay out of the way, don't drive along the side of a truck. But it seems like that's a big deal. They said that since, oh gosh, I can't remember how far back, but they said that truck accidents have gone down from, I guess, year to year, but they were dating back to 2023. So I guess, say, from 2022 to 2023, truck accidents have gone down. But they said that they have increased by 40% since, I don't remember how far back they were going, but they said that there has been a 40% increase in accidents. And um, it seemed like they were saying that these are accidents that would be the driver's fault. They didn't say that, but they were basically saying that just truck accidents. They showed these truck accidents. They showed one where a car pulled out and the truck hit it, and it just pushed it all the way down the street. And they showed various ones, like a collage of different accidents, but they also showed where, if a car is right in front of the grill, I guess, of the truck, you can't see it. That, I mean, it shouldn't be that close to you, but I mean, I guess if it pulls out maybe, and you hit it, maybe you don't know that, or something is in the way in that space. There's a blind spot. That's basically where they were calling it. They said there's a blind spot right there in front of the truck, and that, I didn't even think about that. Um, and they might have made it more dramatic than it actually is, but obviously the point was, they were talking about safety, and they had a company on there, one of the carriers, I forget, the Benton, I believe it is, family, Benton family, but they had the safety guy on there, and he was talking about safety, and the things that they do, and what can help. And it seems like basically it's these couple of mirrors, that would help with that blind spot. So I thought that was interesting that came up, and talking about safety, because that's obviously, it's a big deal, and it's something I've been drilling in on, learning about. So other than that, that is about it. I'm going to do some more work tonight, and then I always want to get up in the morning and get a little workout in, but I think I'm going to be able to do that. I will do that tomorrow. As long as I see a little sun, I think I'll be motivated to get out there and do that. So I hope that you guys have a good evening. Be safe out there. Mr. Matt, have a safe drive, Montana to Nebraska, and enjoy your time. And we'll talk to you maybe tomorrow. Okay. All righty. God bless.